What is up? It is Red, the rideshare ginger, coming right back at ya. It is about 5:45 on Saturday the 8th. I just finished up a trip. I just finished up a shift. Started about 10:30 this morning. I did $204 in that amount of time. It's like right around, call it $27 an hour, somewhere in there, 25, 27 off the top of my head. So 204, 10:30 to 5:45. Nice, good day for me. Only issue is I ended up downtown. I want to be out of downtown. I am heading to go hang out with my best friend. I haven't seen her in about 3 weeks. We're just gonna go play some basketball and kick back some beers after. But so I ended up at the wrong spot, but we'll make it happen. It's gonna be about an hour and a half out to see him. Got about an hour to my apartment to grab some stuff, and then about another 30 to 45 out to him from there. But just want to check in. I had a few select trips over the last few days that have paid off pretty nice for me. Just finished up one that took me into the city. That was the one that kind of screwed me over a little bit. So happy it was a select, kind of upset that it took me to the city. It was a 45 plus when the ping came through. I'm like, I got to take it. I was heading out, but I'm like, I'll take it. Took me into the city, paid $60. They didn't tip yet, but I think the tip will be coming through. But if not, whatever, screw them. It was a solid trip. Got them there in a good amount of time, but whatever. But I did want to check in about two trips I had, one on Thursday, one on Friday. Both were select trips and both nice, interesting trips. So first one, Thursday, it was about 11 p.m. and I had dropped off at 10:45, about 15 minutes from the United Center. Well, we had a Travis Scott concert at the United Center. Well, I forgot we had that concert. So I drop off 10:45, about 15 minutes from the United Center. All of a sudden, 100% Lyft ping rolls through. And this is a Thursday night. I'm like, shoot, I'll grab that 100% right away. 10 minutes away, pick it up. And I'm like, there's got to be something going on if it's 10 minutes away. All of a sudden, I pull up Uber, and Uber's got $15 surge over the UC. I'm like, oh yeah, Travis Scott concert. So at that point, it was $15 on Uber X, and it was $20 on Uber Select. I said, screw it, I'm canceling this Lyft ping. So sit on it a little bit longer, start driving towards the UC, and I grab a 200% Lyft, or 150% Lyft. I take it, and then all of a sudden I see Select Surge pop to 26, and I'm like, all right, let me cancel this one too. So I cancel that one, I start driving closer. I'm about 8 minutes out from the UC at this point. Select Surge sitting at 26. I have no pings coming through. I decline a 75% Lyft Lux. I'm like, I can get more than that. Still sitting on it. And then I get another 200% Lyft. I'm like, you know what? I might as well take it. I'm about 5 to 8 minutes out according to the GPS. And I'm sitting on that. I call the guy and just wanted to confirm because he didn't have a typical pickup location, a different address than right in front of the UC. So I'm like, just want to confirm he had it correct. He said it was correct. Well, first he answered the call. He's like, where you at? I'm like, well, I'm on my way. I'm about 5 minutes out. He's like, you're 5 minutes out. There's a ton of cars around here. I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm the next closest driver. And he's like, oh, okay. You're coming? I'm like, yes, I'm on my way. I'll be about 5 minutes. So I hang up the phone. At that point, a $26 Select ping comes through for Uber. I take that one, and I'm sitting in traffic. So I got both these hanging on the line because I think this dude's probably going to cancel on me, or I'm not real sure I really want him. So I'm like, whatever. I'll let it sit there, and I'll hang on it. So I got them both hanging. I get about 3 minutes from pickup location. Both of them are sitting in the same pickup location. Get about 3 minutes away. Lyft cancels. Still got the Select hanging on the line. I'm like, whatever. Good thing I had that one. Turn off Lyft. Got the Select Uber sitting on the line. Joe sends me a message and says, hey, you're picking up my daughters and her two friends. They're at this location. I'm like, great, no problem. And he's like, here's their number. Beautiful. Call Maggie, and no pickup. I'm like, all right, whatever, no big deal. Keep driving towards the location. It's like, you know what, actually, can you pick them up at this other location? So great, gets me out of this traffic, circle around, get over there real quick, went and grabbed them. Start pulling up to the location, get to the stoplight, and there are two guys standing on the corner with 5 girls. The passenger that I'm supposed to pick up, I give him a call again, the number that the dad had given me, and she answers this time. She's like, oh, is that you right there? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, it's supposed to be an XL. Like, well, it's a select. I'm like, we have two options. I'm like, I can take 4 of you right now, or you can cancel a request to select. It's up to you. She wasn't understanding what I was saying, so she hands the phone over to one of the guys that were standing with her. Mind you, there's 7 of them there. He's like, so that's you right in front of us? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. He's like, it was supposed to be an XL. I'm like, well, it's not. You can cancel it, whatever you would like to do. He's like, well, can you take the 5 females with you? I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, I can take them all with me. I'll grab them. So get in the car, grab the 5 girls. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but not a big deal. We're only going 15 minutes away, so not the end of the world. Grab them, start driving away. Mind you, I got 5 girls in my car, and they just left 2 guys. And somewhere high school age, I think maybe college, somewhere right in there. But either way, Dad ordered the Uber, picked him up. From there, the girls then called the dad and were like, Dad, it was supposed to be an XL. And I don't know what he said back, and at that point, she's like, well, we got in this car, and you're going to have to order them another one. And she's like, you're going to need to order one for Michaela and Gabby. And meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, I don't think those big old dudes were named Michaela and Gabby. But I'm like, whatever, it's up to them. And finally convinced the dad, like, okay, you'll order another one once this trip ends, because he can't order one while he's still on my trip. So they've convinced the dad to order another one. Meanwhile, I'm driving the location. They get a message from the guys, and we're like, hey, we actually got another ride back. So they took care of it. The dad didn't have to call one. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? The dad's the paying customer in this situation. Girls are clearly lying to their dad about who they're with, because they try to get him to call an Uber for 2 girls who are already in the car. So I'm toying with the dad. I'm like, do I call the dad? Do I not call the dad? Well, drop the girls off, give the dad a quick call, just kind of like, hey, heads up, this is what's going on. He seemed super appreciative of it. At the end of the day, he tipped me an extra 20 on top of the trip after it was all said and done. I don't know if he was going to do that anyways, but I felt like, you know what, if I was a parent in that situation, I would want the Uber driver to call myself and just let him know what's going on. He may have been well aware of what was going on. He's like, yeah, I know they're down there with a large group of girls down there. And I'm like, well, this is actually who it's with. But overall, it was a decent trip, nice and quick. Real quick, let me read off the stats of the trip to you real quick, and I'll show it to you as well. It was Thursday, 11 p.m. Travis Scott concert, $26 surge, select, $20 tip. It took about 19 minutes, and it was $61.22 was the payout. So nice solid trip for 18 minutes. But I did wait in probably about a 15-minute pickup. So at the end of the day, it was about 45 minutes in total of work for that $60, but still going to take that every day. Second trip was the very next day. It was Friday, 11:30 in the morning. Pick up a select in Park Ridge, taking them downtown to the Hilton. And this is a quick, straightforward trip. So it was $99.97 is what the trip paid out in total. But there was a $60 tip. So that was only a $39 trip for 43 minutes. But then they tipped me $60 on top. Let me tell you, I did not do anything special in this trip at all. I was expecting a $5 to $10 tip. I don't know what they did that I liked so much. It was simple. Hi, how are you doing? And I confirmed location. And then at one point we discussed which direction they wanted to take, whether they wanted me to get off at Ohio or take it down to Taylor Street. That's as far as we went. And that was as far as the conversation went. I mean, I asked them how the heat was in the car, but there was no conversation during this. It was a smooth ride. I didn't have any times where I had to brake check or anything. So, I mean, it was a smooth ride. Maybe they've had some really bad Uber experiences. I have no idea. But that $60 tip, basically a $100 trip for 45 minutes. You're not going to beat that. I can't complain about that at all. I'll take that every single day, in and out, all the time. So just want to let you know about 2 nice trips that I had. And I'm going to try to get back with you here at some other point again to check in. But again, today did about 8 hours, $204, heading home. Got the rest of the night ahead of me, and I was able to knock out some good cash without really spending a whole lot of time. Again, I'm going to keep repeating it. I think this is a great business to be in. You're not going to find something where you're going to make as much money and have as much flexible hours. Maybe you know something out there. If you do, let me know if it's similar, but it's good money, flexible hours. You can go do what you want, when you want, make money when you want if you need extra money. Highly recommend. doing this as a business if you don't have any issues driving people around, talking to people, and you're not a high-stress driver. Those are kind of the caveats I throw on top of it. And obviously, if you have a reliable form of transportation to do this with. But again, Gio's link is in the description. Trent's link is in the description. Check out those channels. Great information on there. I'll have a Turo video coming at you sometime in the near future. Still wrapping up my November earnings. They haven't sent them to me completely because I had a trip that started in November that does not end till this Sunday, and I don't want to give you info without having my full report of earnings. But in the meantime, you can check out Trent's video. He's got, I think, 4 Turo videos out now. He just did one most recently. He is clearing hella money on that escape, and he's now got it in Iowa. Take a look at it. Until next time, until next time, like, comment, share, send me an email. If you got any questions, let me know. I will try to do a video on any questions that you have. But at the end of the day, get out there, do your job, get your butt in that seat, and make some money. Thanks.